why does the left think that AR-15s are this insanely dangerous, or this gun that is so much worse than all these other guns? When in reality, the AR platform, the AR-15, the platform, is really one of the more popular rifles in America, mainly because of the ability to modify it to where it fits whoever is shooting. I've got 3 AR platform rifles, one of which is just a standard AR-15 chambered in 5.56, which is the standard cartridge when you buy an AR-15. That's what it's generally chambered in. The other 2 I've switched to a little bit bigger rounds. One I use for coyotes. It's a 6.5 Grendel. The other one I actually built for a deer hunting gun, because in Iowa where I'm at, they just opened it up where they could, a couple years ago, where we could do straight wall cartridges. So I actually put a 450 Bushmaster on it. I've actually got to check into that now because I'm not positive. They're talking about possibly changing that one where it was not legal to deer hunt with. I'll have to do some checking on that one. But regardless, AR-15s and that platform is actually very well made. Generally are very well made guns. And the common misconception I think a lot of people on the left think is AR stands for assault rifle or automatic rifle, and that is not at all true. It stands for Armalite Rifle, who was the first company to actually make the AR platform. Yes, it was designed. They were trying to talk about a potential military contract. Armalite was when they'd come up with the design. So it is designed after a military rifle. However, an AR-15 is not a military rifle. Militaries do not use the AR-15. They use a very similar version, but it's not an AR-15. AR-15s are semi-automatic. There's no way to change them to fully automatic or even a 3-shot burst or anything that way, like the other, like what I think what the military actually uses. I think it's like an M16, I think, so right now is the current one. I'm not positive on that. Don't quote me on that either. But regardless, the AR-15 has been under attack from the left for a number of years. I've always kind of wondered why that is. Because when you think about it, the AR-15 is really no different than... It's actually less powerful than a lot of hunting rounds. A 5.56 is just a little bit hotter 223 round, which is at the bare minimum that states that allow rifle hunting will allow you to hunt deer with. It is basically a 22 caliber, just a little bit bigger 22 caliber rifle. It's got a little more power, it's got a little more speed, thing that way, but it's basically an oversized 22 caliber round is all it is basically. It's not a very big round. Doesn't have that much power. Doesn't have, the ballistics are not real great. It's got a lot of speed, but not a lot of really good ballistics behind it. In fact, when you're hunting, most guys are using, for deer hunting especially, we're talking a much larger round that has a lot more expansion, has a lot more power behind it, a lot more knockdown power. 223, is basically, 5.56 is basically 220. You can shoot a 223 in a 5.56 because it's the bullet's same. It's just a little 5.56 is a little hotter round, but regardless, it's basically a 22 caliber rifle. It's not even that powerful of a gun, but yet the left seems to want to take it away because it looks scary. That's what all it amounts to. It looks scary, so they want to take it away because it looks like a military rifle. Okay, so should we ban, K-bar knives because the military uses K-bar knives? Same concept. It's ridiculous. It's been under attack because it's one of the most popular rifles in America. Has been for a number of years now, and will continue to be because they're very reliable. Generally, the least ones I've got are very reliable. I don't have problems with them. I can hunt with them. I can protect myself with them. And in fact, actually, the only one that I got that The other thing they're wanting to do away with is the 30-round magazines, whatever. I've got one 30-round magazine that's in my standard 223. My other magazines are actually don't hold that much because they're hunting rifles. Regardless, when you're talking 30-round magazines, this is going to be a whole nother video. We can do a video on this other one another time. But regardless, 30-round magazine, okay. So if you can get magazines that are smaller, like I said, I think my 450, I think it's a 10-round magazine that goes in an AR platform. So it's not even that. Like that's ridiculous. I mean, that's not even accurate, first of all. Whatever. The 30-round magazines on all, and that makes them more deadly. How does more ammo make one gun more deadly? I mean, I get that you have more shots, but when you're protecting yourself, and if you got a home invasion or something, you're protecting yourself, you're going to be at a high-stretch situation. Your mechanics and everything else are going to go down. You're not going to have as good of mechanics. You're not going to be as good a shot. I feel like I'd want more shots to be able to protect myself in that situation. And if you don't have to be as accurate, you can have more shots. You're going to probably scare them off. First shot you take, or even showing it's probably going to scare off the intruders. Regardless, if it doesn't scare them off, I still want, if they're fighting back, I want something that I can put multiple rounds in and not have to try and reload, because reloading is what's dangerous. That's the whole point. That's why. So the left attacking ARs is just ridiculous. And first of all, they're not even the most rifles, and all rifles make up a fraction of the total gun deaths in America. The vast majority of gun deaths in America are pistols because they're easier to conceal. They're a lot easier to hide, to conceal, to use, everything that in tight situations, whatever, that way. They're gang violence accounts for a very, very large portion of gun violence in America, and that's with pistols. That's not with ARs. People that are having ARs and you don't even get me started on ghost guns, because that's not criminals doing that. That's people that are passionate. They just want to say, hey, I like this. I'm going to try this. I want to see what it's like. That are using that just because they want to try it. It's a project for them. It takes a long time. It takes quite a bit of time to mill out a gun and do all that. It's not just something that Joe Blow criminal off the street's going to come do that just so he can use it so it's untraceable. That's bull. The people that are doing those are the people that you want to have guns, because they're the ones that are passionate about the guns. So regardless, AR-15 has been demonized by the left for many, many years, and it's ridiculous, and I think most people would agree. But regardless, it's something that I think everybody should have access to. If you don't want it, don't buy it. Plain and simple. That's the philosophy we should have with all guns. If you don't want a gun, don't buy it. But don't tell me that I can't own one, because I am a law-abiding citizen. I have never shot anybody. I have no intention to ever shoot anybody. But I tell you what, if something comes in and I want, tries to harm me or my family, I want something that's going to give me the best opportunity to protect myself and my family. And if that's an AR-15, then that's what I'm probably going to grab.